Hi friend, it's Misha. Welcome to one of our mini episodes where I share a story with you that has nothing to do with your life, but in a fun way helps you think about your life. I believe when we can look at our life in an abstract way, it can help open up insights about ourselves that we have never seen before. Let's jump in. Today's story is called Jinger and the Bumblebee. I was talking to my friend Jinger, and we were talking about the way that our loved ones, people that have been close to us that have passed away, show up in interesting ways. I was sharing with her that sometimes when I feel or get messages from my dad, I find feathers. He shows up in other ways too, but I would say that's the most popular one. And then Taylee, I often feel her and see a white butterfly at the same time. So it's really, really cool experiences. And as I was talking with Jinger about these experiences, she shared with me an experience that happened to her. And today she's going to share that story with you. Here's Jinger.
When my mom was getting close to passing away, she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So we knew she didn't have long. We talked a lot about different things of how she wanted her funeral. What are the things she missed in life? We had such great conversations. And one of the things I brought up was, how am I going to know you're around? How are you going to show me? And, she's always been very intuitive, and she's always taught me that you're intuitive, you'll know when I'm around. And since I do flowers, she said, I don't want to be a flower because I don't want you to be distracted, but you'll know when it's me. And I kind of was like, well, Mom, give me a sign. What are you going to be? Are you going to be a butterfly, a bird? And she looked at me and she said, I'm going to be with you and you will know it's me. And then she said, we kind of talked about something else. And then she came back and she said, I'm going to be a bee. And I kind of was like, where's that coming from? And she just said, but I'm going to be everything. I'm in everything. I'm going to be around you. You're going to know. I'm going to be with you. And we kind of started talking about something else. And I didn't know this at the time, but this was the last conversation we were going to have. And this day we were talking, and my mom was very with it all the way to the end. She, her body was failing her, but her mind was there. And matter of fact, the maintenance person of the facility came in that she was at and said, Miriam, we got you this new bed that's going to help you out. And it's a new hospital bed. And she kept telling him, I'm not going to need that. And I even explained to her, Mom, the bed is not really just for you. It's so they can help get you up and get you dressed. It's for everyone else. And she said, I'm not going to need that. I'm fine with the bed I have. And I kind of looked at the guy over and kind of made contact with him, kind of just leave it there. We'll get to it. And then we started our conversation again about something else. And I do a job where I have to go water plants. And I said, all right, Mom, I need to go water the plants. So I can either go now and come back, or I can stay for a while and then go and not come back tonight. And she looked at me and she said, nope, I want you to go now so you can come back. And I said, okay. And told her I loved her, gave her a kiss on the cheek. And I had made her some flowers that day and I put them beside her bed. And when I was leaving, she said, oh, can you put those across on the windowsill? It was at the end of her bed. And I was like, I never put them there before. And she said, can you put them there so I can see them? And I'm like, oh, okay. So I put them there, moved them. And she's like, they're so beautiful. And they were another kiss goodbye, leave the room. And when I'm leaving, I go downstairs and I talk to one of the activities person, because my mom was really big in all the activities. And she asked how my mom was, that she hadn't seen her today. And I said, oh, she's really tired, but she's doing great. And I left. And the place that I do the flowers, that I water their plants, it's probably not even 10 minutes. It's probably about 8 minutes from where my mom was. And I went to the place and I went inside and I started watering and my phone buzzed. And their home is in the middle of the woods. So it's very hard to get reception. So I picked up my phone and I kind of stepped out on the porch to take the call. And as I'm saying, this is Jinger. Can I help you? Something landed on my arm and I just brushed it away, just instinctively brushed it away. And it was the assisted living calling me. And then I looked down and this bee landed on me again. And it wasn't a regular bee. And I think that's what I was thinking when my mom told me a bee, but it was one of those really big bumblebees. And it landed on me the second time and it just started crawling on my arm. And I didn't brush it away. I just let it crawl on me as the person on the other end was saying, we're informing that your mom passed. And I was like, what? I was just there. I can't believe this. I was talking to her. She was totally fine. And they just told me that sometimes they ask you to leave because they know their time is there and they don't want you to be there. And I knew my mom didn't have a lot of time. So I was spending a lot of time there. So I was kind of upset that I wasn't there when she passed. But with this bee on my arm that did not, like, I shoot it away the first time, but when it landed on me again, it kind of just walked on me. And I just felt this surreal peace that she's where she needed to be. And why am I second guessing that I needed to be there? Because she's with me and I feel her all the time. And not just in bees, I really feel her everywhere. But when that bumblebee, I don't think I've ever had one of those big type of bees land on me. They don't usually land on you. So I know she's with me. I feel her all the time. I ask for guidance and I get it. And one of the other things we talked about too is my mom said she's always been intuitive and she's fought it. And I think I'm the same way. I don't want to be because you're different. People think you're weird, but I feel things. And I probably even knew that day when I left my mom because I thought to myself, why would she want the flowers over there? So I'm second guessing and looking into it, but it's kind of like, wow, we had great conversations that I'm glad my mom had those tough conversations. Like we planned her entire funeral. She was like, I want to have this. This is what I want. This is who you invite. This is who you call. So it was all done because she didn't want to put the work on me. So I see that. And it's just, I think all of us need to be more in tune with, we have people here to help us, they're in the spirit world or whatever you want to call it, but we don't have to do it on our own. And I think we just have to ask. You have to ask for help and it comes.
Beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Jinger. That is such a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing with us. And thank you for, by way of you sharing, giving us permission to experience similar things.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I hope that you are looking for the lessons in these stories and looking for the ways that it applies to your life. If there's any questions or insights you have, don't forget to reach out. I would love to hear from you. You can DM me on Instagram at myfriendmisha. I'm here for you. I'm here for you to help you take a little bit of time for a mindset check that will alter your days and by so doing, alter your life. I'm here to remind you that in your life you have more power than you think you do by breaking it down and walking through it with you. And I'm here to help you feel encouragement radiating from your body to live the amazing life that's in front of you. Keep on keeping, my friends.